Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Good evening and thank you for watching News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Michael Germain. In our top story tonight, Israel has declared a state of war after Palestinian militant group Hamas launched a series of deadly terrorist attacks on Israeli territory earlier this morning. Hamas fired thousands of rockets from the Gaza Strip and sent armed fighters into Israel by land, air, and sea. Bradley Blackburn has the story.
Rockets filled the skies above Israel early Saturday morning and caused panic on the ground. Israel says some 2,500 rockets were launched from Gaza starting at dawn, and the attack is already blamed for hundreds of injuries and multiple deaths. At the border, some Palestinians celebrated on top of a destroyed tank said to belong to the Israeli army. As gunshots were heard, a barrier fence was breached. Crowds of men seen rushing across. Hamas fighters infiltrated the border in multiple locations by air, land, and sea, and militants sparked gun battles inside several Israeli communities. In a video posted online, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said, "We are at war." He promised to mobilize reserves and said the enemy will, quote, pay an unprecedented price. The Israeli military launched airstrikes into Gaza, where explosions and clouds of smoke were seen on the skyline. The war broke out as Israel marked the 50th anniversary of the Yom Kippur War, when Egypt and Syria launched a surprise attack on Israel. Today's assault happened on another Jewish holiday. It is the largest attack on Israel in years. In 2021, a flare-up in the ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas lasted 10 days. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News.
According to the Israeli Rescue Service, at least 200 people have been killed and over 1,100 have been wounded. Meanwhile, 232 are dead and more than 1,600 are injured in Gaza. President Biden strongly condemned the attacks and said that the U.S., quote, stands with Israel.
Well, a good Saturday evening to you. It was a cool day with high temperatures only in the 50s. In fact, take a look, low to mid 50s. 55 was the high out at the La Crosse Airport, 51 in Eau Claire, 51 in Black River Falls, 52 in Sparta, and 54 in Winona, Decorah, and Prairie du Chien. So we actually started with some sunshine if you were up early enough today, and then those clouds rolled in by about 9 or 10 o'clock, and we spent the rest of the day under mostly cloudy conditions. In fact, that's a live look through CityCam now, showing plenty of clouds, and there's plenty more where that came from as we're in a northwest flow aloft. Even a few spits and sprinkles where you see these very light green echoes here. There could be a few sprinkles in a few spots. 50 degrees in Eau Claire and Winona, currently 52 in La Crosse, mid to upper 40s already in Black River Falls, Sparta, and over towards Volk Field and Camp Douglas. Plenty of clouds tonight. Again, a few sprinkles possible, seasonably cool. Lows in the mid-30s to mid-40s, including about 44 here in La Crosse. I will have the rest of my 8-day forecast. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Bill. Fighting for the freedom to read. That was the goal of an event held at Pearl Street Books in La Crosse today. It was time to cap off Banned Books Week, which raises awareness about attempts to ban books around the country. The store held a talk that explored the dangers of book bans and censorship. It also gave visitors a chance to read passages aloud from their favorite banned books. Fulcrum Books publisher Sam Skinta explained the aims of the event.
And so what we're trying to do this year is invite the general public to come and actually read from some of those titles to celebrate the freedom to read, the freedom to have access to information.
According to the American Library Association, recent years have seen a major surge in attempts to ban books. During the first 8 months of 2023, the organization recorded 695 attempts to censor library materials. That's a 20% increase from the same period last year. Checking a cold one to promote the arts. That was the scene at Dash Park in Onalaska today, where the Onalaska Art Keepers hosted their annual Pumpkin and a Pint Festival. The festival is free to attend, but $10 got festgoers a pumpkin to paint and a pint of their favorite beverage. The event also featured an art auction, crafts, face painting, games, and live music. News 8 spoke with Art Keepers president Dan Stevens to find out what the event brings to the Onalaska community.
We've got games for small kids. We've got crafts for people older. We got adults that just come down and have fun, and they don't even have kids. So this is really is good for families. It's good for young kids. It's good for adults. It's just a nice time all around.
Stevens says anyone interested in supporting arts and culture in Unalaska should reach out to the Unalaska Art Keepers via their Facebook page. The event also announced the name of a new art installation, the Rocking Sunfish. The sculpture has been dubbed Bobber by popular acclaim. You can see Bobber at the Great River Landing in Unalaska. The Down Syndrome Association of Wisconsin Greater La Crosse hosted their 21st annual Down Syndrome Awareness Walk. The goal for the awareness walk is to raise visibility and acceptance of people with Down syndrome and other disabilities. The event featured horse-drawn carriage rides, face painting, and much more. The association was created by families in 1990 with their mission to make everything possible for individuals with Down syndrome and other disabilities. For more information, you can view this story on our website at news8000.com. Coming up on News 8, the largest healthcare strike in history continues. We'll have an update for you and a look at how the strike is impacting patients later this evening. But first, corn finds a way. How one Minnesota corn maze is bringing extra adventure to the fall season with a Jurassic Park theme. That's up next. Stay with us.
Hear everything but the gunshot. Introducing Soundgear Phantom, the world's first custom Bluetooth-compatible and rechargeable hearing protection and enhancement device, blocking loud, harmful noises while giving you that edge to hear better while hunting.
Better Hearing Center, 11th and Main, Unalaska.
And done.
Can we just call my dad now? Gorilla Glue.
Of course.
Gorilla Glue is incredibly strong and versatile, even outdoors. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
It's time for Jolivet Family Farms Fall Harvest. There's no substitute for homegrown freshness. Stop by today for some of Jolivet's homegrown raspberries, squash, crowd cabbage, popcorn, and large selection of apples. Hardy Mums are now in bloom and available at Jolivet's. Find distinctive crafts and decor, Wisconsin wines, take home some apple crisp, apple pies, caramel apples, and apple cider donuts from our homemade bakery. Buy fresh, buy local. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Once you pick up an Arby's cheesesteak, it's gonna be tough to set that thing back down. Hey, put it back. The commercial is not over. Arby's, we have the meats.
It's here, Wisconsin's newest and most exclusive sports show. Wisconsin Huddle. It's more than just highlights. It's more than X's and O's. It's a dynamic 30-minute weekly special produced for the die-hard fans of Wisconsin athletics. Embark on an exclusive journey into the lives of some of UW's top athletes as we offer an inside look into their world. Watch Wisconsin Huddle Friday nights at 6:30. Brought to you by Osseo Automotive.
Hear everything but the gunshot. Introducing Soundgear Phantom, the world's first custom Bluetooth-compatible and rechargeable hearing protection and enhancement device, blocking loud, harmful noises while giving you that edge to hear better while hunting.
Better Hearing Center, 11th and Main, Unalaska.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Stony Brook Farms initially began as a corn maze when it first opened its doors, but many years later, it's grown to be one of the world's largest corn mazes. John Lauritsen has the story.
Definitely Small Town USA. Everybody knows everybody.
That's because many of the families that live in Foley have been here for generations. They are as rooted as the crops they grow.
We start in the spring with asparagus. We do sugar snap peas, green beans, broccoli. We roll into sweet corn, which is our biggest crop.
Brad Shimoleski and his family run Stony Brook Farms. They grow vegetables for grocery stores, but not all of their corn ends up in a supermarket. And then you decide somewhere along the line, we should make a maze.
Our first year we started, it was just basically a pumpkin with kind of a maze, in there.
From a simple pumpkin in 2016 to one of the largest mazes in the world. Last year, Stony Brook put together an extremely detailed maze full of scary movie characters, and they did it all in 110 acres of corn. totaling 15 miles of pathways.
We had Jason Voorhees, we had Freddy Krueger, Pennywise the Clown from It, we had Chucky, cool different stuff like that.
They also saw their number of visitors jump 500% from the year before, with people coming from around the world. This year, there's a Jurassic Park theme.
This is actually in the tractor cab with us when we're planting.
After he gets an idea, Brad works with a company called Maze Play to design his autumn adventure. Then he uses the best of farm technology to get the labyrinth just right.
If you actually zoom in on it a little bit, you can actually see there's lines, and each one of those little lines there is a planter pass.
Going a steady 3 miles an hour. The program tells his tractor where to drop seeds in the spring, so he gets this in the fall. This year, instead of strolling through Freddy Krueger's head, visitors can walk through the neck of a brontosaurus. So the neck is that way?
Yeah, neck is that way, and the T-Rex and the Stegosaurus are over that way.
They also made this maze cheat-proof by planting the corn stalks tightly together and in 2 different directions, so you can't bust right through it. The record for getting through the most difficult maze last year was 40 minutes, but some people can spend hours trying to find their way. You've never gotten lost?
Haven't gotten lost.
Not yet, anyway.
You know, if you do, you just keep on going in one direction and you'll hit a road eventually.
But for most visitors, it's less about the end result and more about the journey.
It's a ton of fun. We're blown away by the people who just say, thank you for doing this. Really, next year we don't know what we're going to do, so if you have any suggestions, let me know.
Most recently, the farm planted an 8-acre corn maze along with a pick-your-own pumpkin patch. Admissions will cost $10 and kids 3 and under are free. Coming up on News 8, the Kaiser Permanente strike is the largest healthcare strike in American history. We'll take an in-depth look at the strike and how it's affecting patients just ahead.
And I'm meteorologist Bill Grahl. Cool temperatures look to continue. In fact, I've got some frost in my 8-day forecast. I'll let you know when after the break.
Right now at Home Sleep Express, get a $100 MasterCard rewards card for every $1,000 spent on quality brands like Luxuria and Thomas Cole Sleep. It's the best sale of the season at Home Sleep Express.
This is it.
There's a reason big dental bills often come as a shock, because sometimes you don't realize what's not covered until you get the bill. That's why affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual is important. It can give you benefits that go beyond what you get from more limited coverage plans. Because no one likes a big dental bill, especially if you're retired or on a fixed income. For a free information kit, call or go online now. This isn't some discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps cover over 350 procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures, at any dentist you want. Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company helps cover preventive care, basic work, and major procedures, with no deductibles and no annual maximum. For your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Struggling with the highs and lows of bipolar 1? Ask about Vraylar. Because you are greater than your bipolar 1. And you can help take control of your symptoms with Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar treats depressive, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Proven full-spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms. And in Vraylar clinical studies, most saw no substantial impact on weight. Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, weight gain, and high cholesterol may occur. Movement dysfunction and restlessness are common side effects. Sleepiness and stomach issues are also common. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. Ask about Vraylar and learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Right now at Home World Rugs, get 15% off Area Rug sale prices with many different patterns, sizes, and shapes to choose from. And Area Rug experts in every showroom to help you find the perfect rug. 15% off Area Rugs at Home World Rugs.
More than 75,000 Kaiser nurses and pharmacists have walked off the job after a massive strike at Kaiser hospitals due to a staffing shortage. Michelle Geely has the story.
Turn it out.
The picket line in front of Kaiser Permanente Anaheim felt like a dance party. Hundreds of striking healthcare workers kept to the beat under the heat of the noonday sun, waving signs, blowing horns, and pounding a drum to make their point known to everyone who passed by. Not far from all of the noise, cancer patient Constance Sogsty was being wheeled into Kaiser Medical Center for a chemo session. She agrees with the picketers who are making demands for increased staffing to provide better care.
Seems like they're always understaffed, and they rearrange appointments because they don't have enough staff to accommodate all the people that need the care.
Russ Franklin was worried the strike might impact his brother's surgery, but that didn't happen. He also agrees that Kaiser Permanente needs to hire more people.
There are long delays for getting appointments. The website's kind of lousy too, and there's just not enough staff. COVID shot, I had to make an appointment for one, was a month away.
Striking worker Christina Webb administers radiation to Kaiser cancer patients.
It's an hour behind minimum all day long, just trying to catch up. Patients are cancer patients. They're uncomfortable, they're in pain, and they're basically sitting in our waiting rooms suffering.
In a statement, Kaiser says it's committed to addressing every area of staffing. Quote, "We're pleased to confirm that we've met our goal of hiring 10,000 new coalition represented employees by year end, and it's only October." Kaiser facilities remain open during the strike.
With Kaiser being one of the largest nonprofit healthcare providers in the United States, they nearly serve 13 million patients. Now it's time to bring in meteorologist Bill Grahl. Bill?
Sounds good. We've got the fall color report to start before I get to my 8-day forecast, and you can see the latest numbers. This is as of today, courtesy of explorefall.com. Generally moderate color for most, some better color over southwestern Minnesota, north central Iowa, and then just to the east of La Crosse, stretching up into northern Wisconsin. Moderate color for most of our areas, the exception the slightly warmer Mississippi Valley. The trees, the leaves are a little bit further behind in terms of changing. Now locally, again, the best colors to the north and east of La Crosse, Clark and Jackson County, also Eau Claire County, and then 25 to 50% changed in the La Crosse and Winona County areas. All right, mainly cloudy conditions, and that's been the trend for most of the day after we saw some sunshine early on. 55 was all we could muster for a high, 43 the low, 66 is average. So 11 degrees below average for today, 86 and 26 the records, and no rainfall, and not much for the month. Already almost 7/10 below average for the month of October, and once again we're approaching 7 inches below average for the year 2023. 52 degrees with the cloud cover at the airport, 53 downtown. Winds are fairly light, and the Mississippi dropping 5.21 feet. Claire, good evening to you folks. 50 degrees there, cloudy sky. Winds are light. The Chippewa River holding steady as well. So some nice temperatures to our west, 60s and 70s there, but northwest flow aloft and the cloud cover has us on the cool side. Most spots in the lower 50s now, although some upper 40s in Sparta and over towards Volk Field. Winds out of the northwest, but fairly light, anywhere from 3 to maybe 8 miles per hour. So plenty of clouds in play this evening. You'll see a few light radar returns. Can't fully rule out a few sprinkles in spots overnight. Same thing tomorrow as more clouds kind of filter in from the north and west. We've got a fairly potent area of low pressure over eastern parts of the Great Lakes, so that's what's causing that northwest flow aloft, and this kind of stalled out frontal boundary is adding that spotty sprinkle chance. Now Sky Tracker showing the clouds tonight. Again, a few spots of green in some locations. That's that sprinkle chance. Otherwise, tomorrow morning, maybe like this morning, a few peaks of sunshine. Otherwise, plenty of clouds again. And again, can't fully rule out a few spotty sprinkles, especially to the north and east. Now, notice the clearing tomorrow night into Monday morning. Not necessarily good news, because that's going to allow temperatures to get colder, and then sunny to partly cloudy conditions for our Monday. Zone forecast for tomorrow, similar to today. We'll see highs right around 56, maybe 57 degrees in La Crosse. Upper 50s far south, and as we head back to the north, generally lower to middle 50s, including Eau Claire, right around 54 or 55 degrees for Eau Claire in the Chippewa Valley. Sunday forecast for tonight, plenty of clouds, a few sprinkles, not completely out of the question, 44 for the low. No frost threat tonight, 56 tomorrow, mostly cloudy and cool, but tomorrow night, Monday night and Tuesday night, lows in the mid to upper 30s in the La Crosse area, but colder to the north and east. So we'll have to watch for some patchy frost, even freezing temperatures to the north and east Monday and Tuesday nights. Otherwise, staying on the cool side over the next 8 days. Some pretty good rain chances crop up later in the week, especially Thursday, Friday, some lingering rain showers on Saturday as well. Back to you, Michael.
Thanks, Bill. Coming up in sports, the Badgers look for their third straight win on homecoming, and it's a battle of top 15 teams as UW La Crosse faces UW Whitewater. Kate is in next with sports.
The 2023 Fall Home Show going on now at the Board Store Home Improvements. High quality at a low price on windows and doors, kitchens and bathrooms, siding, decks, sunrooms, and flooring. Don't miss it.
It's the biggest event in King Furniture's history, a total liquidation of all stock items, over $2 million of quality name brand furniture priced for immediate liquidation. We're sacrificing all our inventory so we can complete a total renovation. Don't miss the King Furniture Total Liquidation Sale going on now.
The perfectly melted cheese, the juicier patty, the golden bun. It's all here. Bravo, bravo. Well, it was a second ago.
Hurry in for 30% off any purchase of $5 or more. Only in the app.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Imagine if you could get ahead of your IBS-C by treating it with Linzess. Then you could start proactively managing your constipation with belly pain. Say yes to Linzess. Linzess is not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. These aren't all the side effects. Get ahead of it. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn how AbbVie and Ironwood could help you save on Linzess.
Hi folks, Harvey Wood of Wood Sales and Service here. As one of Wisconsin's largest Cub Cadet dealers, Wood Sales and Service is celebrating with discounts up to $1,000 on select Cub Cadet models, Cub Cadet lawnmowers, snowblowers, commercial equipment, and UTVs. We offer the best selection and service in the area with 0% 48-month financing or cash discounts. Experience the Wood Sales advantage of service before and after the sale. Wood Sales and Service, Black River Falls. Family owned and operated for 55 years. WoodSalesService.com.
It's the biggest event in King Furniture's history, a total liquidation of all stock items, over $2 million of quality name brand furniture priced for immediate liquidation. We're sacrificing all our inventory so we can complete a total renovation. Don't miss the King Furniture Total Liquidation Sale going on now.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports.
It's a big weekend for the Eagles. UWL hit the road to Whitewater to take on the Warhawks. These have been the best two teams in recent years for the WIAC, but if the Eagles want to get over the hump and be crowned outright WIAC champions, they've got to win the big one. Let's go to Perkins Stadium. Whitewater ranked number 3, La Crosse number 14, and talk about getting started with a bang. Zach Weir in at quarterback, makes a move, heaves it downfield, and that's Jack Studer making the grab wide open, 83 yards. It's 7-0 UWL. Second quarter now, Kaiser Helterbrand in at QB, and he's going to deliver a dart to Ryan Bartol, 23 yards. It's 17-7 Eagles. Fourth quarter now, Weir hands it off to Helterbrand, and he's going to throw it 20 yards into Wyatt Lemoyne. UWL goes up 14. Now, Whitewater would actually come back to tie it, but with 3 seconds on the clock, Michael Stack puts one up from 51 yards and drains it. Game winner. UWL takes down Whitewater for the first time since 2004. Wow. All right, Winona State making the long trek to North Dakota. The Warriors move back to 500 with a 17-7 win over Mary. All right, homecoming in Madison as the Badgers host Rutgers just minutes into the game. Wisconsin on 4th and 10 puts one through the uprights for the 39-yard field goal. Badgers up 3-0. Ches Malusi out for the season, but that just means more Braylon Allen. On 1st and 10, Allen slips through the line and takes off into the end zone from 18 yards out. It's 10-0 Wisconsin. Rutgers trying to get some points on the board before half, but Ricardo Hallman has other plans. Picks it off at the 5-yard line, and there's nobody in front of him. His 3rd interception of the season. This time he takes it all the way to the house. 95-yard touchdown. Wisconsin led by 17 at the break. 4th quarter now. Badgers trying to put the game away. Mordecai dropping back, and it's the freshman Tucker Ashcraft coming down with it. Wisconsin gets the win 24-13, and they are now 4-1 on the year. All right, we've got more than just football action today. The UWL soccer team had their own big game as they entered the weekend 10-1 on pace for one of their best seasons ever. They were at home taking on Whitewater. The Eagles entered the game ranked number 10. First half, Claire Cater to take the corner kick, and it's over the keeper, hook into the back of the net for the Olympico. A beautiful goal to start off the scoring for the Eagles. Later in the first half, Eagles threatening again, and the Warhack keeper kicks it out to Jillian Sodeski, who puts up a well-placed ball right into the net. It's now 2-0 Eagles. Still in the first half, here's Lindsay Szymanski rushing into enemy territory, gets the shot off, but it's off the post and off the foot of Aubrey Kaya, who puts away the 3rd goal of the half for the Eagles. UWL gets the win 3-0. Over to some college volleyball action. Winona State hosting Mary. First set, WSU coming out hot. A couple of passes sets up the Westby grad Jada Berg for the spike. Warriors take set 1, 25-16. Second set, Warriors keep pushing. It's Berg again. Another point helping Winona State to a 25-19 win in the second frame. Match 3, Winona State's Raylene Jones spikes it into a wall, but it still falls for the point. Warriors win 3 straight sets, the final. And right now, the Twins are trying to make a comeback against the Astros in Game 1 of the ALDS series. Astros, last I checked, were up 6-4 in the 8th inning. Game 2 of this series will be tomorrow. I'll have full highlights of this one tonight at 10. That's all for sports. We'll be right back.
Are you scared of your utility bills each month? Or frightened that your furnace might break down this winter? Go to news8000.com/contests and enter for a chance to win a free furnace from G&T Heating and Air Conditioning. Enter, if you dare, for a chance to win a new furnace this Halloween.
Start your adventure and get in a new Jeep at Pischke Motors La Crosse or Pischke Motors West Salem.
Stop in now during the Jeep Adventure Days sales event. You'll save over 10% off MSRP plus discounts on a 2023 Jeep Renegade, Jeep Compass, Jeep Gladiator, or a Jeep Grand Cherokee. These Jeeps are ready for your next adventure. Pure comfort and functionality at your fingertips with the power and confidence you know Jeep provides. Stop in now because this offer ends October 31st.
Start your search at Pischke.com and drive away in your new Jeep.
Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Señor Villa. At Señor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Señor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Señor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
Are you scared of your utility bills each month? Or frightened that your furnace might break down this winter? Go to news8000.com/contests and enter for a chance to win a free furnace from G&T Heating and Air Conditioning. Enter, if you dare, for a chance to win a new furnace this Halloween.
We want to thank you for watching News 8 Now tonight. We'll see you at 10.